Maybe that's better. Can you hear me now? It's weird. If you unmute the microphone, people can hear you talk. So, Logan starts out, activates 7, throws out his grabber shield. Crypto uses Where's Han? And grabs Han chewing the Falcon V. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to refer to Crypto as Crypto. I believe it's Ziemowit, but I don't want to butcher his name in any worse than I'm going to. And so we'll go with Crypto versus Logan. Logan drops Secret Plans. Probably an early drop simply because he's not going to be deploying, Crypto's not retrieving anything right now, but in this deck he's certainly set up to retrieve. I'm going to need to see how Logan can answer space, because if Crypto can get Cloud City Celebration rolling and running, it's going to be real hard for Logan to get much done. Logan does use Vader's Machination to go get Mustafar. He gets the bridge in his opening hand, which is always fun. So Logan's going to have some decent activation, and it looks like he's going to get Vader with the castle, and then I assume he'll saber him with I Am Your Father, and then probably do a move right away. So we see Vader, Emperor's Enforcer, coming down for 6. Here's the I Am Your Father to grab a lightsaber right away. And he is grabbing the Add to Attrition lightsaber. So display on Vader may not be stolen if present during battle. May throw, place in lost pile to add a destiny to do attrition. So this is actually a good saber for this matchup, as it should give him the ability to clear multiple guys, which is what he's going to have to be doing. I apologize, I have a foster kitten who keeps desperately trying to jump onto my lap, even though I'm trying to keep him away from my lap for the moment. So we see Logan moves him to the Cloud City Chasm Walkway. Chasm Walkway Virtual says, if Vader's Malediction on table and Vader alone here, opponent's interrupts are lost interrupts. QMC doesn't do a ton of crazy interrupt usage that aren't already lost, so that's not going to have a huge impact, and in all honesty is more, I think Logan's going to want Vader going to other sites where the drains are then uncancelable because of Revenge of the Sith. We do see Crypto going and grabbing Harksef and the Overseer using the Belden's Eye combo. This is all pretty standard start for both decks. Neither player's doing anything crazy right from the get-go. I expect Crypto's going to go for an early flip as he deploys the West Gallery from reserve deck. He's going to be deploying Hark and the Overseer. Now, is he going to back him up? Well, he can't back him up with Han chewing the Falcon right now. It's a force short. Ow. Cal, stop biting my feet. Apologize, my foster kitten is frustrating. Instead, he deploys Calfal Syndros and Yaxkit, who both deploy for free, and gets the quick flip. Wouldn't shock me at all. He's going to grab a card with keeping. I expect he'll just move them to the upper walkway right away. He might use a force to pull a docking bay. The upside is he'll probably use Harksef to get his other site when Logan deploys Sidious, as I expect Sidious will come to Cloud City, and then you can use Harksef's tax to deploy excuse me, I think is it the Overseer? Yeah, if a Dark Jedi or Sith was just deployed to a related site, may deploy from reserve deck a related location. So it'll be the Overseer's tax that'll go there. What do you see? Yep, Cal goes to the 1-0. Logan likely doesn't have a ton of spies, so that's a pretty solid play. Crypto dropping Battle Plan and saving a whole bunch of force. That screams he's got either an It's a Trap or more likely an Alternatives to Fighting, just in case Logan's got some crazy space that he could just jump Overseer with turn 1. Crypto's got the response to it. And Logan does pay 3 to drain for 2. I don't love paying to drain early. That being said, it does put pressure on QMC, and QMC is a deck that can suffer from early pressure. QMC needs to get their cards and stabilize. If they struggle for that stabilization, if you can just get ahead of them, sometimes you can just run away with the game. Just like that. We see Logan going for another Mustafar location with the Machination, and he gives up a Verify to Crypto. Now let's see if Crypto's running, changing the odds, and happen to grab it. Is it? Yeah. Vader's Malediction adds 1 to the drain, not the Saber. It's still a drain of 2. Like, it was, the Saber doesn't add to the drain. So, it's still paying 3 to drain for 2. And Logan says always nice. I don't know if that's a... His opponent got a Verify and gets to see what he's doing, as Crypto immediately keepings for a card, so he may have seen something that said, well, there's a card I need and it's in my force pile, so I'm going to go get it. And Logan just picks some up. That's not really ideal for him right now. And I'm just apologizing in advance. You're getting a lot of zooming in on cards because I need to get... Sorry, you have to quick respond to a text for work. I don't think I missed anything crazy. Logan drew up 214. He's got 3 force saved. And Crypto does the standard QMC. Starts, activates everything, keeping before you do anything else, so you have the most cards in your force pile to choose from. And now let's see, I don't expect him to pay 3 to drain for 1, but I've certainly been wrong before. I think QMC, you want to keep that tempo up. You're more interested in getting your stuff and getting flipped, and that 1 drain of 1 isn't a huge grind right now. And I am correct, he does not drain. He drops Maz. Expect we'll see a Maz right away, as he does. Reveals the top 3 cards of his reserve deck. And grabs Jar Jar Binks. That, I mean, was already assuming this is an Ancient Watering Hole build. And Maz and Jar Jar kind of confirm that. And we see Layerball Princess, we see Cloud City Celebration. Logan needs an answer to that ASAP. And there's Gold Leader and Gold 1 up in space, as well as Crypto says, oh, I'm going to back this up and make you earn it. So, unfortunately, Revenge of the Sith does not protect the drains at their own site. So, if Logan drains there, he's just letting Crypto get that Hoojix back and put it on top. Putting a 1 on top might not be terrible. You know, I expect Crypto's sitting on a Path of Least Resistance or some sort of way to get out of battles right now. But Logan does have 15 force and 14 cards in hand. So he can certainly make something happen. I don't expect paying 3 for a drain that's immediately going to be canceled is on that menu, though. I think he's going to have to be aggressive here and throw some guys at some dudes, and let's see what we can see. All these guys are going to deploy +1 to Bespin because Crypto currently controls it. And we see another search for Machination, another Verify. It's very possible Logan's only running the 1 Mustafar location, and that's just a... This gives me a search every time. does mean Logan was not looking for like Sidious's lightsaber, as Machination would be able to get him that. There's the private platform from hand, and a force push because Logan's apparently missing the cards he wants. So he is, after this force push though, going to have 11 cards in hand and 16 force, which is a whole lot. And Crypto went pretty light. Like, I expect he's sitting on a bunch of defensive interrupts right now, probably at least one Rebel Barrier, at least one Path of Least Resistance, to get his guys out, move them around, do what he needs to do. And Logan definitely knows those are there. It's a question of, does he have anything he can do about it? Well, there's blast door controls, so that's definitely a start against the Rebel Barrier plan, as that's going to cancel Rebel Barrier, Narrow Escape, and Blast the Door Kid. There's Sidious going in front of Maz. I like the going to that West Gallery, as Revenge of the Sith says, where you have a Sith, your drains cannot be canceled or modified by opponent. So the site that says, you know, it says your force drains are minus, it's a drain -1 site. Revenge of the Sith just ignores that. There's the Sidious lightsaber. So it definitely was what he's, you know, I think Crypto's, oh, and first strike. So Logan's kind of going all in on the I'm going to beat you down plan, and at least force Crypto to use things, use force, do stuff. Crypto throws out aim high. So Logan's got to pay to retrieve. I doubt Logan's too crushed to be paying to retrieve. I do think he feels a little bit bad with where Vader's sitting, though. Unfortunately, Vader's in a real bad spot in that regard. So Logan gets back the force push, which is really just a 5 and a unit of force. He can't use it again. Crypto loses the barrier, and Logan's going to swing with Sidious lightsaber. There's a 2, so now it means if Crypto's got a Rescue in the Clouds, he'll be able to use it and cancel this second draw if it hits. And it doesn't hit, so it doesn't matter. Although Ancient Watering Hole's not out yet, so Maz is not immune to attrition. Logan definitely playing hard for the upset. Like, this is how you beat QMC. You're not going to get them once they set up. You need to slow them down from setting up. And Maz is definitely a bit of a problem in that regard. Let's see. I mean, I'll be honest, at this point, if Crypto's got a path, I think you use it anyways, just to get Maz out of there, because any sort of, you know, Battle Destiny that kills Maz is bad. Maz does not have a species. She doesn't hit Ancient Watering Hole right now. Crypto's got 3 species on table with Kal, Yoxkit, and Harksef. But because she goes and gets aliens, that's big. Logan does hit the 4, which will not, or will get Maz. The total Battle Destiny is -1, but she has no immunity. So he will get Maz. I don't expect he'll see any overflow. Oh, maybe he will. Well, I guess just 1. It'd be 8-3. That Rey is definitely not what... Oh, yeah, she is immune to less than 4. Forgot. I'm like... I knew she had immunity. Yeah, Vader can't Obsession now. That would have been very solid if he would have had it. And Crypto does lose Maz anyways. I expect what we'll probably see is the Machination Probably see Vader move during control phase. Would have remembered it eventually. I knew I was looking for immunity. Didn't really matter, as I don't think QMC wants to draw 5 cards to try and put this all together. Logan does draw, leaving 2. He is gonna, Crypto's gonna be able to get back Maz with Celebration, and he's also going to get to drain in theory. Logan can use Malediction, or Machination, excuse me. And move over either in front of Leia or to the 1-0, or not the 1-0, the 2-1 North Corridor. Logan uses Turn It Off to play a shield. Probably a solid play, I don't think. And he is going to Machination Vader to the drain cancel site, which will allow him to cancel Leia's drain if he wants to, because there's not an alien there, because QMC, the drains are only uncancelable where there's an alien. Logan loses Rise of the Sith from hand. No, it's always 2 there are. That's go with that, yeah. And then loses the Turn It Off from used pile. Probably a safe play. The only that's really an anti-Lando card, and QMC is going to be running Lando with blaster rifle. So yeah, the card names are amazing, but remembering them is definitely a struggle, as chat's pointing that out. Well, we see what Crypto could be kind of scary right here. Like, he's been stacking up his hand. He's got 18 force after he takes his card. Like, Lando plus Ayla plus Din Djarin in front of Lord Sidious is more than a little bit terrifying. Like, that could be a bad spot. However, Logan did leave 2 force, which to me screams I have a You Are Beaten, and You Are Beaten slows that down a whole heck of a lot. Oh, Logan's going all in on fighting this game. This is this Revenge of the Sith Vader is not a, hey, let's play slow and plink and dink and dunk our way to a win. Nope, he wants big Dark Jedi and stabbing things with lightsabers all the time. Crypto drops the Cloud City Incinerator, which is not a card I often see coming out of QMCs. Like, honestly, he's added another site than what I normally see getting dropped out there. It's a interesting site if he's running something like R2 Brave Little Droid to cancel Battle Destinies and cycle. He can also just lose him and retrieve a 6 with the Incinerator. And he drops Yoda at the Chasm Walkway to cancel the text on the Chasm Walkway, which is immaterial. He's really just spreading out here and saying, alright, you got to do something to me. Which is a pretty solid play. Like, I assume we'll see a resistance pull here. And then Logan's going to have to pay 6 to drain for 4. And Crypto in response is paying nothing to drain for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And retrieving 3. Like, this is a little bit of a rough spot for Logan. He's going to have to figure out something quick here. We did see Crypto dropped I Don't Like Sand, got Kira, and Local Defense put that down, both of which are good cards to have, but nothing that's super impactful in this game right now. Like, Kira's good. Local defense is really good to either pull a ship or stop chokes, stop a choke Vader. I don't think either of those are going to be necessary right now. And Crypto says, you know, I don't have enough cards in hand. I'm going to draw a few and then leave a whole force pile to search through a little bit later here. Alright, so Logan activates 16, so he's got 18 force to play with. And Crypto grabs a card with keeping. You do see the Arcona on top of his lost pile. He lost that during the battle with Maz as his one overflow. It's another interesting card. It reacts away from battles, but it does have a species, which is good for Ancient Watering Hole, and it's not a species that otherwise gets used, and again, just being able to bounce around. It's not super valuable against Revenge of the Sith because you can't cancel the drains, so you're just leaving him in front of him. And we see the barrier from hand and an Ayla off the top as Logan says, oh, I'm just going to keep pounding damage. He's got to do something because draining for 4 and letting Crypto retrieve 3 feels like a bad way to go about this here. So we see another drain of 2 go through, and Crypto losing off the top, loses Ketwall, and then loses another barrier from hand. So he was well stacked on barriers before Logan dropped that Blastar controls and made him a little bit sad. Logan's got 12 cards. There's Kylo in front of Leia. I don't know that I care for that play, honestly. Like, Leia's only draining for 1 instead of 2. You can cancel Leia's drain, although you can cancel the Yoda drain as well. And there we see the path as he paths Leia over to the site Yoda's at, and Logan grabs path, which is good. Yep, Logan's going to block Yoda's drain because it's just Yoda and Leia, but Crypto's just going to put an alien there next turn, and you know, he'll get 1 cancel out of it. And now we see Crypto kind of loaded up on one half of Cloud City, Logan loaded up on the other. And the problem is Logan still doesn't have an answer for the retrieval, which is going to be a problem. Logan moves Kylo over to the 2-1, and that just draws a few. I think I would have liked to see Vader move to Leia's hut as well, potentially. Like, I think would have liked to force Crypto to have an answer. So, unless what we're going to see is Vader using his free move and maybe going to the incinerator and then have that drain cancel, but it's still, the retrieval is more the problem right now, and moving Vader in front of things gives up the first strike ping coming back, and we do see he doesn't move Vader. So here's a drain of 1 at Bespin. Logan loses Force Field off top of reserve deck. Yeah, Force Field's not a card that's likely to come into play this game. QMC's Destinies are kind of low, which doesn't really help them. And Logan's guys are all real high defense value. There's a drain of 2 at the Chasm Walkway, and Logan says no, pays 2 to cancel it. Crypto is up to 4 species now, so he needs to get Ancient Watering Hole in play, and then he just needs 1 more species, who honestly guarantee goes to hang with Yoda and Leia. And we see Ooh, Sniper and Dark Strike off the top is a little unfortunate for Logan. He definitely would like that card. If he's got a No Escape in hand, I expect that will be a snap play next turn. That's just too good of a card to not have and use. I mean, there's certainly answers for it, but it's still very, very good. And now we see the 2 forests get retrieved. Crypto retrieving a Rebel Barrier and a Catwall. The Rebel Barrier is a little bit interesting. He had them both in hand and did not just snap lose them both to the first drain. There's the Watering Hole. I expect we'll see a 5th alien species now, hanging out with Leia and Yoda. Any second now. And we do. It's Din Djarin, who is a Mandalorian, so now we've got 5 species on table. Ancient Watering Hole is in effect. And Logan's got to come up with an answer. Because he's not doing enough here. Like, he's effectively draining for 2, and now he's going to start getting drained for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's not going to work well. So, let's see. He's got 10 cards in hand. He's going to have 16 or 17 forests, depending on if he uses that last force this turn. So he's potentially got some answers, but at the same time, Crypto's really locked down those 2 sites. Like, I think Crypto realizes that he's in a really good position right here, and forcing so, let's see. Crypto just draws a few, leaves another pile of 6. He's got 18 cards down right now compared to Logan's 29. Like, he's put a lot of cards on table. Logan is, you know, just continuing to keep pressure on, but he's got to turn the pressure somehow, because he's right now paying 6 to effectively cause 2 damage, and that's just not enough to win this game, especially with Watering Hole in play and Crypto's drains all being +1. So this is honestly a real important turn. Like, Logan's got to come up with some sort of answer. We did see he has at least some space. We saw the Marjade in the Decimator. And Crypto doesn't really have an answer for multiple Battle Destinies in space right now. Like, other than just he'll make Logan pay for it with Gold Leader and Gold 1. Yoda's on table, but he's on the ground. And no way to get him up to space. There's no exterior sights right now. We see the Tentacle come down from hand. That will even more annoy Barrier, but Barrier's already canceled, so it doesn't really matter. It's more, it will grab something else. And we see Logan going with Asajj Ventress from hand to the Incinerator. And Aura Sing with Blaster Rifle. I don't understand not going to the walkway. Like, if you go to the walkway and you kill Din Djarin, you make the drain cancelable and potentially kill Yoda. Although you don't get the ping because there's not a Sith there. Oh, there is. Asajj is a Sith. That's what that little red icon means. But you get a better swing with Aura at Yoda. Like, all of this is good, but I think it would have made more sense to do it at the upper walkway. That being said, let's see what Logan can do. He's going to start a battle here. He'll do the first strike ping. he's not going to get much else. I think he might be thinking, you know, if he hits 2 guys and takes them out, he shuts down the watering hole, which is sort of important right now. Fortunately, Lando is the kind of linchpin there, and he's not a species. So let's see who Logan swings at. Massage's lightsaber is just a standard. She gets to swing twice, which is good. Let's see, Aura going first at Lando. And that's a 5, so that will hit Lando if he doesn't have that. There's the rescue in the clouds to cancel the Destiny, and Logan grabs that as well, which makes a lot of sense. I expect we'll see Lando shoot back, probably at Dr. E and Ponda. Well, let's see. Yep. Shoot back at Dr. E and Ponda. And that should be a hit. Like, he's going to be able to Yoxkit. If he draws an alien that misses, he'll be able to Yoxkit it into hand, which is good for him. Well, he draws an alien that hits, although he might want to grab that one anyways. With Figrindan in the modal nodes, he is not going to Yoxkit it. He's just going to take the hit. Take the, I caused 6, I reduced your forfeit to 0, so that's 6 more you're going to have to peel if you don't do things well. And now we're going to see Asajj swing at Lando. Rescue is unique. That's a 3. So assuming he doesn't have another 0 in here, this should be a hit. I can't imagine Logan has any more 0s that he hasn't gone after. 3 and a 1, it's a barely, but it is a hit. So, there's the 4 for Destiny, and I expect we'll see Dr. E do his little dance. Yep, Dr. E is going to send him directly to Lost Pile. No, Cal's going to be the second swing for sure. Especially with the... Oh, Crypto doing Where's Han to exchange a Skywalker for Lando. Or is it... No, it's not exchange. Just, yeah, you just lost Gambler. Take that Gambler into hand. That's solid. That's actually real good. No, I expect Cal. Cal's the easiest hit. Cal's got the biggest forfeit. And Cal's also the one that, yeah, might actually kick in. So I expect Cal gets chopped up here, because that also turns off Watering Hole, which is... Alright, Logan instead goes for Jar Jar because he's the most annoying character, apparently. Draws a 5. I guess taking out Jar Jar prevents any Battle Destiny from being drawn, which means he'll be able to keep Aura and Asajj there. It's a 5 and a 2. Does she subtract? No, she just subtracts from the total. So that's a hit. That'll be an Assassinate. So now Cal won't kick in because there will be no Battle Destiny draw from Crypto. And this is actually a pretty good spot for Logan. Let's see what he draws here for Battle Destiny. Like, he's going to lose Dr. E, but he's going to keep the other 2 there. He did not retrieve the Hoojix. No, he hasn't used the Hoojix. He did not retrieve it. There's a 5 for Destiny, so he's at 20 to 4. They've got 8 in forfeit, so it'll theoretically be Cal Yoxkit in 8? That could be bad. And Asajj forces a ping as well. With the, whenever a player loses a battle, that player loses 1 force. There goes Calfalin Syndros. There goes Yoxkit. Does he have another Hujix? Ouch. He does not. That is not good. There's an Alter. There's Honshu and the Falcon. There's Dash from hand. There's Luke the Last Jedi from hand. There's It's a Trap. There's another Celebration off the top of the reserve. There's Path of Least Resistance and the wild card. If Logan has the Celebration Canceller here, that would be monstrous if he's got the Masterful Move combo. Apologize. Worked all day today. Remembering card titles is a little hard sometimes as my phone keeps dinging for stuff I still have to keep an eye on while I'm sort of working and doing this. Heck of a play there by Logan. He's got Crypto down to 13 cards down. Like, Crypto's going to retrieve a force here with Celebration. He is going to get a drain of 2 and 1 off, which is good. Apologize. So Crypto activates everything. He's got 12 force after he grabs a card with keeping. I expect what we'll see here is drain, drain, ping, and then he's got to come up with an answer to... You know, Logan kind of flipped the script. That 8 overflow was big. And he's now kind of loaded down all of those sites. Logan loses a Vader from hand. I think he's saying, well, I'm not going to expect to lose Vader here. And we see the drain of 2 at the Chasm Walkway. Loses Mara from Marjade and Decimator from reserve, and a Dark Time for Rebellion from reserve. Crypto is going to pay 1 to retrieve the wild card. Not really the card he wants or needs back here. There's the docking bay. I think Crypto's got to spread out here. He's got to try and extend. He needs to get that 3rd battleground to get Ultimatum in play. There's the Kira, who he took off of Sand, going to Leia's hut. She does fun things. She's Carillion, so she gets him another species, and if you just didn't shit about it at first drain where you Kessel Run, she doesn't have a Kessel Run. He gets Lee-Sub out. He needs 1 more species still, as that's 4 of the 5. And then he's still got to... Logan's got to get away to cancel Celebration. Like, Crypto lost the 1 Celebration off the top already. He needs to kill that other one because this spread is going to hurt him. See Lando going to the 1-0. That's cute, but fairly immaterial because he can't path him anywhere because path is grabbed. And Lando doesn't have a species, so he's still a species short from getting Watering Hole in play. Logan could do some damage here. So we see him activate 17. Honestly, I think you pay 9 to drain for 6 here. Like, you just push that damage. Like, Crypto can retrieve 3 with Celebration. Basically, if he retrieves 3, he does nothing else. He just gets his drains in. There goes a computer interface and Melos off the top. And we should see another drain at the West Gallery. Yep. And I love Dan jumping into chat, dropping a AI booster pack in there. Name 3 Darkside Smugglers to win a GEMP AI booster pack. As we see, the gate drain at the West Gallery gets a barrier from reserve deck and effective repairs. From reserve deck, Crypto's down to 2 cards in hand, and he's going to be down to 7 cards face down. Looks like Logan chose not to drain at the incinerator. Oh, it's because it drains where you have a Dark Jedi. I thought it was where you had a Sith, and I thought Ventress protected it, so that makes sense. There's no reason to drain there and give that up. We see Savage Oppressed going down in front of Lee-Sub. And that's going to be, I mean, that's a bunch right there. Dylan subscribed with Prime for 50 months. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Dylan. Logan gets back a card with First Strike as he battles with Savage against Lee-Sub. Crypto loses a Catwall off the top. And let's see, I mean, this could be bad. Like, Crypto's down here. Crypto grabs a card off Sand, really just to get the extra card in force right now. Like, he may use that right away, or he'll use that next turn just to go get that wild card. Logan draws a 4 for Battle Destiny. Nobody can do anything with it anyways because of the Sand. Gives him a total power, though, of 12. Crypto's got power 2, forfeit 3, so he's down 7. He draws a 2 for Battle Destiny, so he's still going to peel 5 force? Ouch. As he still doesn't have the Hujix. Logan is immune as well, so Savage is going to hang out right at that docking bay. And Crypto's going to peel 5. That is painful. Like, this is, Logan has played this exactly how he needed to. Crypto is down to 5 cards down and 1 in hand. I expect at this point we're just going to say, fine, you can retrieve 2 with Celebration, and you're going to see guys move in front of people. I expect we'll see Asajj and Aura move into the walkway, maybe Savage with them, and then probably at least Vader move in front of Kira, just to put stop the pressure. Yep, there's Vader in front of Kira. I still think you move everybody in front of the walkway, and oh, maybe not. Oh, you still can move 3 in front of the walkway. See Sidious try and grab a Nemodian or a Always 2 there are, and miss. Is Logan going to move? Alright, so Logan moves Sidious over to the cancel. North Corridor, just so Kira can't run away. And, alright, so he says, I'll take that drain of 2. Draws a couple force and says, okay. It might have been Savage or Savage. I don't know, I'll be honest, I haven't watched the cartoon to know how he pronounces it, so I'm going with Savage, and if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm mispronouncing it. Logan's had 2... I mean, he's made Crypto peel 13 force in overflow in battles. That's huge. Crypto's got 1 card in hand. He's going to have to pay 2 to retrieve 2 with Celebration. I don't know what his plan is here. See the drain of 2. I expect they're going to be cards from hand. There's Mithranudo and the Lanado Breed and Sacrifice. Drain of 1 at the system. And there goes another Vader from hand. That one Vader virtual. So Logan's down to 2 cards in hand, but he's got 26 force right now, and basically Crypto's got to pay to retrieve or he loses the game. Leia has not canceled any drains yet. Logan has very intentionally only drained where Leia cannot cancel. That was actually part of why I think I would have moved in front of the Chasm Walkway instead of drawing. Is you force Crypto to have an answer. Like, you can't really battle there if Asajj, Aura, and Savage are there. So then you've got to move them away, and now they're at a drain 1 instead of a drain 2. But that was definitely, you know, the play Logan chose to make, and I mean, Logan's doing well right now. We see Crypto move Gold Leader and Gold 1 over. We see Lando move to the West Gallery, which means he will be able to shoot into, or at the nearest related exterior site, so he can shoot to the docking bay. Kira moves away to the 1-0. At this point, like, Logan's gonna pay 6 to drain for 4, and that's gonna cut Crypto down to almost nothing. Like, Crypto's only got 8 cards left total. So you drain for 4, Crypto can retrieve 2. Like, you just have to kind of spread and pound your damage through. Now the question is one of those 2 cards in hand for Logan a ship? Because that would just about seal it here, I think. See the drain of 2. That can't be canceled because Vader is there. Let's see the Don't Tread on Me from hand. And a Path of Least Resistance off the top. So Crypto's 1 card in hand, 5 cards in force. We'll see another drain here. Drain of 2. Again, can't be canceled. And Crypto loses Ellersmatic from reserve and Ray from hand. So he's got no cards in hand, 4 force, total down. If Logan doesn't have a ship, you're going to eat the drain, and that stinks, but I think you spread out and you force Crypto with 4 cards down and no cards in hand to have an answer. And that's going to be it. Applik from hand in front of Lando. I mean, we'll get the battle here. He's going to ping 1 off of Crypto, which will drop him to 3. And Logan will retrieve 1 if he wants to, which I think he should. And basically, he's down 2. Lando's got 5 forfeit. Wouldn't shock me if Lando takes a shot just because. Well, let's see if he does that. Crypto loses the We're Doomed from Force Pile. So we see the pot shot. He doesn't have any way to do anything with it, so he hits him, which is cute. And, you know, it means Applik's going to die. Odds are Applik was going to die anyways. There's no value in keeping him alive right now. So we do see the hit. Applik is hit and forfeit 0, but he's not taking any overflow there. And really comes down to what Logan draws for Destiny. Like, Crypto's got a total of 8 there in power and forfeit. He's got 3 power, he's got 5 forfeit. So, oh, there's a 3, so it's not going to matter. It's 8 to 8 in terms of total. Lando dies and covers. Crypto could, in theory, just peel instead and end the game that way. I think because he can still get at least 1 drain in, a couple drains in space. Yep, he does the right thing. He loses Lando. Now, if I'm Logan, I move Asajj and Aura in front, and then I Machination Vader at the start of control phase over in front of Leia, Yoda, etc. And say, let's go. Like Crypto's got 3 cards left. He'll have 4 cards down when that's at the end of his turn. If he retrieves one, he'll have 4 cards down, and Logan will have it. Logan says, I wish that would have been a 4. Ultimately, it didn't matter. He was still going to be able to get some drains through. You know, he needed it to be a 6 to end the game. And Logan's just going to draw a couple. I don't like him giving up that drain. Like, he's going to win this game, but I think he could have pumped up his differential a little bit and forced Crypto to do something. Because, like, if you move in front of that walker, in front of the walkway, Crypto can't battle. He's got to pay to move, or he moves them all to a non-battleground, and that's it. This is the first game. This is the matchup Crypto picked. So we see the drain of 2. Here, Logan drew up. He's got 4 cards in hand. He's just going to lose those cards from hand. I'm sure there goes Utaguta solo. And Grand Moff Tarkin from hand. See a drain of 1 at Bespin, a drain of 1 at Mustafar. And then I would expect... Yeah, Logan plays We Must Accelerate just to cycle it, and Crypto grabs it. Now, that does stop Crypto from drawing up. I definitely could have seen Crypto just say, you know what, I'm going to draw up and lessen the cards in Lost pile. With grabbing that, it does stop him from drawing up, so he is going to end up with 3 more cards in Lost than he necessarily had to. But it's one less differential because it stops Logan from recycling that We Must Accelerate, which is good. And we see a drain of 1 at Mustafar as well. And it looks like Casey in chat won the multiple, the GEMPC pack. Yeah, I don't love the play there. I think Logan should have just lost it to the drains and called it a day. Like, there's no reason you need that 5 there. You're not activating to it anyways. It was, I think Logan played that a little fast. I'll be honest. I think Logan could have... Leia hasn't canceled anything. Leia has not canceled a single drain. Logan has played very smart in the sense of not giving Leia any drains she can cancel. Logan activates his 17. I'm expecting this will just be drain. Thanks for playing. He's got no cards in hand. Crypto's got 1 in hand. But it doesn't matter. The drains are going to be for 4. So we got 14, 20, 23. So Logan is going to win by 23 with 14 in Lost. Crypto is going to lose by 23 with, looks like 37 in Lost. So I expect we will see a rematch quickly. That was my understanding, is they're going to go for a quick rematch. So Logan taking game 1 by 23. And we will see the... Probably not a rematch. I don't think Logan's on QMC. But let's see. Alright, looks like Logan asked if we want to take a 15-minute break before game 2 starts. Let's see what Crypto's answer is. If he does say yes to that, I will also take a 15-minute break real quick. Crypto says, hey, I'm ready to go right now. Let's see if Logan wants to take his time, or Logan says, nope, let's roll. Logan's young. He can play. looks like Logan wants to grab a drink and probably decompress a little bit. That was a heck of a job he did winning this game. Definitely played super good. I will take a short break as well here, and we will be back when Game 2 is ready to rock. All right, folks, we are back. Logan put up the table, so I expect Crypto will be joining it any moment now. In case you missed the first hour of the show, you missed a heck of a game by Logan. He's coming in trying to blow up everybody's bracket and won this game by 23 with Revenge of the Sith Vader against QMC. And Crypto is in the game. So let's see what we got. Crypto going with Hunt Down and Destroy the Jedi. Going a little old school. I expect we'll probably see 12 card Hunt Down. And Logan going with He is the Chosen One. Logan, who is half Crypto's age, might be thinking he's the chosen one right now as he gets the big win in the first round. We do see Crypto go Surface Defense, so it is 12 card Hunt Down. Logan with Anakin's Destiny playing his Destiny like my father before me, and Walkling. Walkling is love. I've played a lot of HITCO. He's the chosen one. I'm definitely a big fan of Walkling. I like the flexibility, but it's a little bit different deck than Twilight. Twilight can be a little more consistent, a little bit lower ceiling sometimes, I think. And Logan starts fast with an Our Only Hope to go get Yoda's Hut. So that's a nice thing, and I'm betting that means he's got 2 in opening hand, so he can do his loot count. Crypto drops Allegations after he activates his 5. That means he's not going to have enough for Vader this turn. Let's see what he can get out as far as activation. This match tends to be Crypto's got the opening hand bridge. This sort of match tends to favor strongly the person who gets their activation going quickest and really who wins the first battle. Like, if Logan can get Luke on table and keep him around through a battle, he's going to be in really good shape. If Crypto can get Vader down and have him survive through a battle and take out Luke, he's going to be in good shape. Crypto drops Van A, uses Van A to go get Vader's castle, drops Vader's castle, so he's getting some activation, which is definitely a plus for him. Van A gets him another force there, and I expect we'll just see a draw few here. Like, I don't think there's anything else you want to do. Theoretically, Logan could go retrieve Anakin's Destiny right away into hand with Prophecy. Wouldn't necessarily be a terrible thing. I expect there's a decent chance you see Choke Vader or Emperor and Force Lightning, but not necessarily. Crypto only draws to 12, leaving 3, so he's going to have at least 12 Force next turn. Logan loses Kanan from hand, or from reserve deck, and Crypto loses an I Am Your Father, which definitely not a card he wanted to lose. Logan is only activating 6 this turn. That's... You don't love that because it's Luke, but no backup. That being said, alright, we get a revert right away. Logan must have had I don't like that play. He uses his second Our Only Hope to go get the Death Star 2 site into hand. I think you wait a turn. You wait until this turn after you activate A, unless he doesn't have... Well, even if you don't have any Lukes, like, you want to play count the Lukes at that point. And Logan activates 1. Alright, so Logan may not have any Lukes either, or is not intending to put one out and wants to wait a turn. As he goes and grabs escape, uses escape pod after activating 1. I'm assuming to go get that Hujix out of there because he is the chosen one, wants to draw high destiny, and 1s are not high destiny. 6s are a little bit better. We do see it is escape pod virtual. It's not the combo version. Likely Logan just said, well, I'm not going to worry about some of the decks that the combo We're Doomed hits, and I'd rather have a 6 instead of a 5 because he is the chosen one. Drawing 6s is fun. Logan draws some as well. So you're going to draw all of them? Or is he going to leave that? So he leaves one. He might be holding that to grab something. I don't necessarily expect that there's a lot of interrupts Crypto's going to play right now that Logan's going to want to grab. It's more a function we see. We missed Accelerate off the top and Anakin Skywalker off the top. The Anakin is a card Crypto, or a card Logan is really going to want to get back with Prophecy. And honestly, it wouldn't shock me if he just grabbed him now. That's a great clear card for Anakin. You add a Destiny to Attrition and start rolling stuff on. Crypto going with Maul with Double Bladed to the Ewok Village. And I'm assuming we'll see a activate one with Vene. And then maybe pick some up. Oh, nope. He says I'm not saving anything. Well, he'll be able to save one. I'll activate one with Vene. As he throws the Emperor down there as well. Logan needs an answer. Now, depending on what Luke's and what Luke combo Logan is running, this could be real bad for Crypto as well. If Logan's running a couple Luke Rebel Scouts and gets them, as we see the Bith Shuffle goes off the top for Logan, and Crypto loses a Force Field off the top. That Force Field is a card he would definitely like to get back. But like a Luke Rebel Scout here would be kind of nasty. Like, especially if it's backed up with a Blaster Deflection or something. It just says, alright, well, you're not swinging. Alright, so there's Luke Jedi Knight. I expect we'll see a, like my father before me, to grab a card, or grab a saber. No saber. Oh, that is not good for Logan. That is all sorts of not good for Logan. Let's see what he does here instead. Uses Jedi Fury to cancel Maul's text, so now nobody's swinging, which is good, but, like, do you want to be starting this battle, Logan? Maybe. I guess you start the battle and kill Maul, and there's scanner text to get a card draw off of it, and, you know, he's already battling for free because of the objective. So he is going to go for the free battle, go for the scanner text, take a card. Nobody's swinging anything. He's still immune to less than 6. So Logan probably keeps him alive and is probably, you know, the Destiny in his deck's very good. So he may just be hoping he can outdraw, as he does draw a 7 for Battle Destiny. Like, Crypto's got to draw a 4 or a 3 or he stacks a card. Like, a low card here would be real bad for Crypto. Just like that. Now, does he have the Sith Fury to... Like, if he does, you've got to use it. He does not. That's real bad for Crypto. That's going to give Logan the stack on I Feel the Conflict, which will give him the Your Destiny grab. Or his Destiny grab. Now, if I'm Crypto, I think I'm losing Palpatine here. Like, I think you got to keep Maul. I think you got to keep Maul. Logan chooses to lose Luke just so he doesn't risk the counter beat, which I think is smart. I think he's very far ahead in differential, as he won the first game by 23. That the best way to lose a game by more than 23 is to open yourself up for a huge beatdown. Luke didn't have a saber. If he doesn't lose Luke, I think Crypto loses Palpatine and drops a guy with Maul and Logan risks overflow. So very smart play by Logan. We see Visage hit 4 blast door controls from Crypto, and Logan probably going to just peel another one off the top, I'm betting. Neighboring off the top. Good card, but honestly, it's very possible that Endor Village, Ewok Village, is going to be the only battleground on table for the whole game. And I think Logan's perfectly content leaving Visage in play and let it keep burning both of them. Like, all he has to do is get Crypto below 23. Crypto right now has 36 cards down to Logan's 30. Logan does have 3 more cards in hand, so right now it's a 3-force difference. Logan did put out Battle Plan. Crypto's only at 12 force there. I don't know if draining is the play. It'd be a drain of 1, and then it would move Prophecy, which would give Logan another force next turn. Potentially give Crypto another force next turn, although Logan probably is sitting on another Luke to come down and cause problems. Let's see what Crypto does. While we're waiting for that, let's throw a question out for all the folks in chat. Give you another shot at a GIMP AI pack. What is the name of the 7 side of Plead My Case to the Senate? We see Crypto throw down Tarkin's Bounty on Emperor, so he's going to grab a card, which I think might be he's struggling to find his guys still. Like, and that's part of the sort of underrated benefit of He Is the Chosen One, is it definitely grinds you for force. Like, Crypto's only activating 11. That's 1 dude a turn. Now, if Logan can clear more than 1 at a time, that's going to be very good. Sanity and Compassion it is, so congratulations to Card Shark. You've got a GEMPC AI pack coming out of this. We see Crypto uses Vader's castle to get Vader. I am your father, getting Vader his lightsaber. I'm assuming we'll see a Vader warp here, and really this is going to be the spot. Is Logan able to clear him this turn or next? Like, there's only so many turns he's got to do stuff here. And Visage now is just going to burn Logan. The other thing Logan could potentially do would be to just drop the Death Star 2/2 site, drop Luke there with the saber, and just say okay. And, like, fine, we'll just drain race, and I'm going to keep pounding cards off of your deck as well. Because at that point, he's actually up on the drain race, because that'd be a drain 3 with Luke and a saber, and that may be what he's doing. Like, if you need to win the game, I don't think this is the best play. If your goal for the game is, I just want to not lose by 24, this is a great way to just turn this game into a grind. We're both going to lose a bunch of force, and I'm going to end up with you just having too little to win the match. So we see Luke Rebel Scout plus the saber. The other side is he didn't have that Luke Rebel Scout to cancel this. He wasn't going to be able to stop the swing from Vader. And there's no reason to put yourself in that position. Like, again, if you needed to win the game, Luke there would have actually been very good. Like, you would have been about equal on power. You have the chance to just wipe everybody out. It's not bad, but you don't want not bad. You just want to grind this game and grind Crypto out of this match. Logan draws and recycles, and we see Visage burn both players. Crypto does burn his downtown plaza, and Logan loses a Luke off the top of reserve. I'll be honest, I don't like that downtown plaza burn. I think that would have been a good card for Crypto to play and get a second battleground and start pushing that drain a little bit harder. We see Logan uses perimeter scan, get a free shield out of it, aim high. That makes sense. Vader's stuck there. You're probably not seeing Boba Fett Bounty Hunter. Here's the force push from Crypto, which I assume he's going to go hunting for another Maul of some sort, either another Maul with EPP, Maul with lightsaber, or Lord Maul with lightsaber. He's got to take Luke off the table. Like, if Luke stays on the table for very long, this game does not end the way Crypto needs it to. And we do see there's the drain of 2 at the Ewok Village. That's going to move Prophecy to the Ewok Village, which is fine. It'll give Logan another force next turn. And then if Logan drains, it'll move it. If Logan doesn't drain, as Logan loses the perimeter scan he played, and then an Our Only Hope off the top. Crypto did put out Come Here, You Big Coward, so Logan is unable to use to place Walkland out of play to retrieve something. He's also unable to use the Prophecy to go retrieve a card with Anakin in title right now. Let's see what he gets here. And this is, I think, a real good example of seeing a play line shift quickly and Logan making a smart shift, because I think if he had gotten a saber with that first Like My Father Before Me pull, Crypto went straight to draw. He did not have the card he needed with the force push. That being said, he is going to go all over Vader, or all over Luke next turn. Logan does have the Hoojix. He went and got it right away. So we see a grappling hook go away, and Crypto loses a Vane. Like, I think Logan certainly is going to pay 3 to drain for 3 and move Prophecy. Yep, use Like My Father to put a good card down. If he's got a bionic hand, I expect Luke will get it here, although I'll be honest, I don't expect Luke is long for this world. So we see the drain for 3 at the walkway. Crypto doesn't have a response to it. He's losing 3, losing Sonic Bombardment from Force Pile, Masterful Move combo from Reserve, and Grand Moff Tarkin from Force. So he's just losing for Force. And there's the Enter the Bureaucrat. That's gonna slow things down a little bit, but honestly, like, Logan's still kind of okay with that. I mean, if he has to, he can use his Destiny to relocate between a Battleground site and your Death Star 2 site. So he can relocate from there to the Ewok Village. He puts Ahsoka Tano down as well up at the Death Star Chasm walkway. I don't hate that. Again, if he needs to win the game, this isn't the way to win the game. If all you're trying to do is grind hard and keep Visage in effect for both players and just keep Crypto losing cards, this is absolutely the way to do it. Like, you're draining for 1 to his 2 now, in effect, because he's going to be bouncing Prophecy back and forth. But you're okay with that. You know, you're just steady causing damage. We're in move phase here. Logan, don't move Luke. Like, if you're going to move Luke, you put Ahsoka there first. Do your retrieval that you want to do. to get around Coward and then move Luke. You're not moving Luke right now. That'd be a really, really bad idea. Just pick a couple up if you want to pick them up. Yeah, I mean, bureaucrats... That bureaucrat, if Logan needed to win the game, would have changed his line. I think then you put Ahsoka at the Ewok village, you warp Luke over, and you say, okay. But because Logan's up so much in differential, I don't think he needs to do that, and I think he's playing very smart. And Crypto, realistically, Crypto's got 24 cards down. Crypto's got 11 or 12 cards he can use. Really, 11 cards he can use total. We see we must accelerate to go fetch a pod racer. I'll be honest, I'd have been tempted to grab that. I think it's smart not to, but just stop him from having that cyclable 5, so you don't know the 5's there. Don't let him have it. Take that card out of play would be a good thing. Yeah, the bureaucrat would be... the bureaucrat, if Logan needed to win this game, that bureaucrat would have been a hassle, and he would have needed to deal with it. With Logan just saying, look, I just need to grind you, he can just ignore it. Because he's only getting drained for 2 a turn. Like, he's losing 4 a turn to Crypto's 3 if it's just the drains plus Visage. And there we see the Ellis from Crypto. There's the 7, so that's real bad for Logan with the knowing for 2. Knowing what the Destiny are down there. Like, because he can activate... Well, actually, now he can't activate down to it. So that 7 and 5 is hidden. But it is bad for Vader there. Yeah, draining for 2 would have been fine. Carl makes a very good point in chat. He says you drain for 2 instead of 3. You just keep the prophecy bouncing and you keep draining for 2. Again, that's the if you need to win the game. If you're just saying, hey, I just want to lose by less, risking the bureaucrat is fine. Because the bureaucrat, you still cost him another card. And in this case, like, Crypto's still got to come after him. Like, that's a hard... That 7 cost for that Ellis was rough on Crypto, but, like, Crypto correctly ascertained that even with that bureaucrat, he can't win this match the way he was doing it. Logan asking where that Phantom Menace is. Yeah, it should be on top, because it's so he can activate to the 7, he can't activate down to the 5. But activating to the 7 would give him 2 less activation than he gets otherwise, and I think Logan just wants to figure out what he wants to do with that. If he's got a shuffle, you're just going to use it early. Logan does lose a Sonic... Or Crypto loses a Sonic from reserve deck. Logan loses the Bionic Hand. Life Force right now is... Force down is 24 to 20. Crypto's got 24 down. Logan's got 12 in hand to Crypto's 9 in hand. So they're really... There's 1 total force difference right now. This battle is going to be hugely important for the end of the game. Like... Crypto's got to have somebody else come down. It wouldn't shock me if he's got a sniper here to try and really make things different. Yeah, definitely the not having the early Vader definitely hurt. So Crypto's going for the sniper on Luke, looks like. He's swinging, yep, he's going after Luke, so he's paying 1 to do it. Luke is defense value 7. Logan grabs the sniper. There we see a 3. And Crypto's holding for a second. He might have had something. And a 4. There's nothing that adds. That should be a miss. That's a miss, and that's huge. Logan grabbing it, so he can't get it. Crypto says, I guess it wasn't the 7. He activated over what would have been the 7, so or did he? No, he didn't. Yeah, I think the Destiny was drawn and then paid. That was big. I think Crypto was like, well, that was the 7, so he's going to pay 3 and drain for 1. He's got to do something here. Yeah, Timo, that was the question, is the 7 was used for the Ellis. Does the Destiny go to used first, or does the Destiny go at the end? And now we see the You Are Beaten on Luke. I assume we'll see his Destiny to cancel that. Yep. You just say, fine, I'll cancel that. Logan does lose a blaster deflection from used pile to the drain. That's unfortunate. All right. So, and we see in chat that, yeah, it's the Destiny draw, then you pay the force, then the Ellis goes on top. So, however, if he thought that Ellis was on top, he mistracked it because he didn't draw the Ellis either. And here's an Aura Sing with blaster rifle, so Crypto is saying, I need to clear you. Like, that is definitely the way this has to work. I expect we'll see Aura swing at Luke because she'll get the +1, and we'll see Vader first. Vader swinging at Luke, so he just says Luke needs to die. I don't love that play. I think Vader goes for Ahsoka because Ahsoka staying alive is frankly just as bad for him. Like, it still keeps the clock running. And he misses the swing at Luke again. Granted, he'd have missed at Ahsoka as well. Now the question is, what is... Alright, so Logan swinging at Aura. That tells me Logan's got a Sorry About the Mess combo in hand. Because otherwise, Aura dies to attrition no matter what. You're not counting on drawing a 6. You just swing at Vader and go for it, I think. I mean, that'd be my personal play. But he does, draws an 11 for total Destiny and hits Aura. Makes her forfeit 0. And yep, there's the Sorry About the Mess. So that way, there's no second swing. And he's going to win this battle. Potentially by enough to overflow Vader. Like, he's at 13 power to 5, but he's effectively 14 power because Ahsoka is going to subtract 1 from Vader's Destiny. So, like, Logan might not lose any cards this battle. Logan will almost assuredly not lose any unless Vader draws a 6 for Battle Destiny here. There's the 1 force activated with Vene. Doesn't get him down to the 7. Yeah, you could use Bureaucrat to get to the 7, which becomes a 6, which just costs him a... Oh my goodness! When it rains, it pours. Bad luck, ladies and gentlemen. That was... that's rough. So, basically... Did Logan put the Hoochix back for some reason, or is he running 2? Alright, well... Logan draws a 2 for Battle Destiny, which is not enough to kill Vader. However, the 10 Force is probably enough to kill Vader, plus the I Feel the Conflict stack, which will get him a card off your Destiny. Crypto has 23 cards down right now. He is running 2. All right. So Crypto's going to lose Vader. He's going to still lose 2 more Force, or a Gick, which is 1 Force. And then he's going to ping 1 to Visage. There goes a Vader from hand, or from used pile, and a Force Field from used pile. That puts him below 23. That's it. Like, he's got 20 cards down as he's drawing a few here. Like, I don't know how he intends to retrieve a bunch. I think Logan's going to just sit and grind at this point as Visage burns them each for a card. Yeah, Crypto's got cards in hand, but those don't matter for... He'd have to get them back into reserve. That's what matters. Like, Logan doesn't need to get any back in reserve. Logan's got his full... You know, Logan can do whatever he needs. I expect we'll see Logan put a card down with, like my father. Oh, he does not. Instead, he just pays to drain for 2, which is going to be reduced to 1. And then... It's going to move Prophecy, though, which is fine, because then it just reduces the Vader drain, or the Emperor drain to 1. Crypto loses a Forlom with Concussion from reserve. He's down to 18 in reserve and 25 total. And Logan says, you know what, I'm just going to throw Lando down with him at the Chasm Walkway and say good luck trying to do anything to me. Unita, which will get him back the Bionic Hand, which I assume he'll put on Luke and just say, no, I've got a sorry about the mess whenever the heck I please. And yep, we see the sorry about the Bionic Hand on Luke. So he can sorry about the mess or deflection. I don't think you do anything else. I think you... Yeah, the increased power to me. Crypto can't go after him at this point. Like, I don't know what Crypto's got in his hand. I don't see any reason to go after him in any way, shape, or form. Logan draws 1, uses like my father before me to place card down. And we're going to see a recycle. Crypto using Accelerate to go grab a Pod Racer card just to have that 5. Crypto lost the Downtown Plaza. He lost it from hand, and as I said, I thought it was a bad play when he did it. I think the Downtown Plaza would have given him some amount of play to come back to, or try and, you know, speed up the game. I think the Downtown Plaza was going to be tough for him anyways, but it would have at least given him the game speed up a little bit that he did not get without that. We see they both lose a Forced Visage. Crypto loses a Kylo. Kylo with Saber from hand. Logan loses another Lando from reserve, and then pays to keep Lando alive. Yeah, Crypto's at 24 total, but he's only got 18 down, and he needs to win by 23 plus. Like, the next lost card is it for Crypto. At that point, he really can't win by enough. We see a drain of 1. Logan loses an Escape Card off the top of reserve deck. Moves Prophecy. That's all good. Like, there's nothing else you need to worry about right now. Crypto paid 3 to do that. He's only got 9 force. He can activate 1. There's Maul with Double Bladed. I mean, I guess you activate 1 with Vene, and you'll get 2 swings. Yep, the Lando does not get to retrieve that 6 and add it to his power. We see Maul swinging at Luke. And Luke with the Blaster Deflection. I mean, that's just brutal. Like, what else are you going to do here? I expect we'll see Luke, yeah, you just swing back. There's nothing you need with Bionic Hand right now. There's that silly Hujix again for a 2, and then... not sure, Crypto's sitting on like a Dark Time or something like that. There's a 2 and a 6, so that is enough to hit Maul without the Phantom Menace in play. Maul is only defense value 6. I think Crypto's just going out in style here. Honestly, like, that's a battle you were never going to win, and only the worst possible luck would even change the outcome. I do expect Logan Probably does the bionic hand just to go fetch a card. I don't think he necessarily needs to, as he just clashes out Maul to end the battle. I don't hate that play. Like, this way, everybody lives. You didn't need to... Again, you don't need to destroy him to win it. You just need to grind. And Crypto concedes. That's the match. Logan blowing up everybody's bracket and advancing over Crypto, over Ziemowit. Congratulations, Logan. You know, that is a spectacular, you know, he played this game very well. He played this game the way he needed to get what he needed to get going. And he played the last game exactly how it needed to. Congratulations, Logan. There's the official concede as Crypto concedes the game and the match. Logan advancing to the next round of the GEMPC. Congratulations, man. You earned it. You played spectacularly. Crypto, you played very well, man. This was a, you know, this is tough, and you went out graciously in style. Awesome. Congratulations to everybody. Looks like Dan put a question in chat real quick. If you had Admiral Oswald virtual, Captain Jonas, Duro virtual, Sergeant Taro virtual, and a snowtrooper officer all at a site, what is the total destiny you have there? Looks like we have a first guess from the Batmouse at 12. You had 0, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I think it's 11. I think Sergeant Carl's a 2 instead of a 3. I think the other ones are all 3s. Oh, I guess it is 12. Well, fair enough. Congratulations to Batmouse for a GEMPC pack. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had as much fun as I did, and see y'all next time. Oh, alright, never mind. Apparently, first correct guess wins, and Batmouse isn't right because, yeah, I think it's 11, not 12. So you have 0, Jonas is a 3, DeRo's a 3, I think Tarl's a 2, and the Snowtrooper Officer's a 3. So if somebody just wants to write in chat 11, I think they get there. There we go. Greg Shaw showing Hall of Fame chops there. Throwing up the 11. Garrett doesn't get to win because Garrett's streaming. But thank you all for coming. You guys are awesome.